Kuja. Asimame huku.
I know how to keep. I always keep right. Oh, keep right.
Tuko sawa kwa screen.
Huyu jamaa si mnaona kunishinda.
Hai, transition. Okay, good evening and welcome to Masinde Muliro grounds. Today being the third consecutive home match for Masinde Muliro University. They'll be taking on Daystar in a rescheduled Kenya Cup fixture, which will be coming live to you on Scrummage TV. Today, I'm privileged to have Alan Kasiti here. He'll be helping us to dissect some of the things that we have. But first, last weekend we had a number of matches being played. Kabras picking a 48-13 win over Kenya Harlequin. Nondis losing 36-14 to KCB. Daystar picked one of the famous victories, beating Nakuru 36-14. And then we had obviously Impala picking a 23-20 over Strathmore Leos. So some of these results that were played last weekend, is there any result that labda ilikushtua?
Mostly yenye ilinishtua sana ni ile ya Impala over Strathmore. I didn't expect that because Strathmore had a very good run of their matches. Whatever they gave Cabras, it was worth. Yeah.
Okay, and then there was that match, Daystar obvious winning against Nakuru, a match that many also didn't expect it to go that way.
You know, Daystar, they're doing something good. They have the consistency of their squad. They're not changing many players. Either you get in, they bring in Odongo, comes in, he goes out for the sevens teams. They bring in again, he joins in again, he goes out. I think the most changes is Odongo coming in and going out. Yeah, and for Nakuru, they're struggling. They're struggling a bit.
Okay. Nakuru are struggling. Most were here and they managed to pick a famous win against their neighbors Kisumu RFC, scoring 20 points early on in that match. So Daystar and Most come to this match after wins. Maybe what are your expectations now that you have players that you have mentored playing for both sides?
It's fireworks here. It's fireworks. Whoever will shut his eyes out, is done. Whoever will switch off his mind, is done. Whoever will not take the set piece good, is done. Whoever will not play ball handling, the skill work, playing that the his best, is done. Yeah.
You're saying whoever does not play to his best is done, but we have seen Masinde Muliro not do well in set pieces, but they have managed to pick 2 consecutive wins at home. It's like they have their own strategy of play.
It's called the unstructured attack. Yeah. You don't know who will attack. For most, I don't know who will attack. Anybody can score on most. That's the biggest surprise I'm worried of most. But for Daystar, they know where to play, where not to play. Yeah.
Okay, that is what Alan Kasiti thinks, that Most have an unstructured way of playing. And you can give us your thoughts on the comment section. Let us know who you think is going to win this match. Give us your prediction on the comment section, and ensure that you share this live stream, comment and like, and ensure that you invite friends to also watch this match. This is the only Kenya Cup fixture on cards today. The Enterprise Cup match is obviously going on, but Kasiti, we have again 2 walkovers. Nakuru dishing out our walkover, Kenya Harlequin dishing out our walkover, and then now we have that match against Nondis and Strathmore, and then we'll have the other match between Blackblood, the Thika Road Derby, Blackblood and Nakuru RFC going on. So what is the fate of Enterprise Cup now that we see walkovers dominating each and every time?
Like for me, these teams are struggling. There's no reason of you playing like you play today. Like this weekend you're playing Cabras at home. You know you are away. Then the following weekend again in Enterprise, you're still playing the same team away again.
But is the privilege of Cabras maybe being champions?
Not really, not really. I think the fixtures at least, they should balance. They should balance. Like you struggle, like a team coming from Nairobi, you spend almost like, let me say 500K for transport and accommodation. So in 2 games, that's 1 M down. Hey, man. Hata kama ni wewe.
And at the end of the day, maybe there is no prize money. So you think there's need to restructure the competition? I think we were talking with Marlin Mkolwe on the scrum room some time back, and his thought was maybe we pick randomly, like what is done in the FA Cup. We avoid the scenario that maybe the big guns, because you know the big guns finished in the top 4 last weekend, not last weekend but last season, and they find themselves again having home matches. So like you get Daystar, not Daystar, but KCB are supposed to have matches almost until maybe the later stages. We have maybe when the Ugandans are coming in, it might be a mixture where they'll have to travel. But if you look at the previous season, like Kabras has not traveled for the last almost 4 seasons, apart from the final. So it is always easy, and you know, winning here in Kakamega has not been easy. Even for beating MMUST here has not been easy. Now, talking about MMUST home run, they have won 2 matches in a row. Daystar also winning 2 matches at home. So these teams have done well at home, but again, looking at Daystar's form, we find that their match against they beat Kisumu almost 40 points. All their matches they have gotten those winning bonuses. And then we have that match against Strathmore where they lost by 3 points. So it means that they are putting in a good work at there in Athi River.
I think Daystar wataki kwenda hata playoffs. Daystar, they just want to maintain themselves there, the same way, the same tactic where Bloods use it. You're not playing playoffs, but you're maintaining ourselves up there. Then on the fixtures, maybe if I take you back, for the fixtures, I think the Kenya Rugby Union should do something. Like, let's say, they should just support these teams. Fund these teams for their transport, Then after the transport, let the team cater for themselves, where they're going to sleep, what they're going to eat. Then the teams will honor the fixtures. Like right now, having an Enterprise Cup where you're having 2 walkovers, it's dangerous. What are we developing? What are we doing?
In fact, in the round of 16, it was even worse. Only, I think, 2 matches going on, so it has been problematic. But I think now they need to change. But again, they should not change everything, because we saw like we are also having some walkovers in the Western Region ESS, because again the distance is bigger as compared to Nairobi, where teams maybe just meters away. Like for Nairobi, I will say it is between maybe Lubao and Vihiga or Chavakali, but for where those teams are located. But for now, you find like a team in the Eric Shell Shield has to travel to, like most has to travel to Nakuru. The senior side is traveling the other way. It has become also difficult for these sides to travel.
Whoever made the fixtures for ESS, that guy did not want the team twos to play. Yeah. Why should you take, like, recently, Kabras was playing home. Then you tell their team 2 should travel to Nakuru or travel to Nairobi, play Kenya Harlequins. So these are two teams in one allocations. It's not logic.
And somebody told me that some teams have a thin technical bench, and you must have a qualified maybe physio, strength and conditioning coaches on ground before you go for matches. So that is some of the reasons why it is becoming difficult for these teams to maybe honor these matches. But honoring matches aside, maybe I just want to get your thoughts on the 2 teams. Maybe which players are you looking forward to in this encounter from both sides, Masinde Muliro and Daystar?
I'll be general on Daystar. They have a tight forward. But for MMUST, I'm going to check out from Veron, and they are number 8 and number 1. Yeah.
Okay.
Those are the little guys.
Okay, Veron Kaburu was one of the top performers last weekend, as these guys went on to pick their 2nd consecutive win, helping them. They have Collins Goko, obviously one of the players who also did well last weekend, and they had Clarence Hope on their starting squad doing well, as well as Bevan Okoth. So some of the players that did well for the Masinde Muliro side. For Daystar, they come at a time when a player like Augustine Owino managed a brace in their match against Nakuru, and their flyer, I think he was red carded, so Wambuga is coming back to the starting lineup. Maybe you just give me the lineup for both sides. I'll give you Daystar. We have Gaylord Ngasi starting. He'll be donning jersey number 17. We have Ezekiel Oweno at number 2, Kelly Benedict at number 3, Randy Otuoma at number 5, Ted Okwaro, Nathan Sindoli, Clinton Amukwachi, Emmanuel Maraka at number 8, and then we have Vincent Mumroka at number 9, Eddie Wambugu at number 10, Arnold Agonda at number 11, Augustine Owino at number 12, Elvis Sande at number 13, Chris Obuya at number 14, and Paul Murwa at number 15. David Imani, he's among the subs. Jacob Ochola, we have Gavan Labai, Delvis Mukabi, Stephen Mohoto, Suspita Ndumia, and Fabian Onyango, and Samuel Masava. Looking at some of these players, by the way, a number of them have been with the Kenya under 20, and some of them have been coached by you.
Like, okay, we have Vincent Muroka and Elvis Sande. They're starting. Then we have Clinton Amkachi and then Tindoli. My friend, it's fireworks. They used to mean business here. They mean business. And having Wambugu at 10, oh my God. Wamekuja kuleta show. Wameleta show.
Do you think maybe international experience pia inakuja kuwa very crucial for these students, especially in this, compared to most, unapata they have more international experience in them, especially watu wenye wamecheza under 20?
Yeah, like ukiangalia pale kwa Daystar, wako na Antonin Sindoli and Amkwachi. Then we have Gaylord, we have Agonda, we have Wambugu that played there. And most, pia wako, mostly for the, I have not seen the squad for most, but I'll give me the squad. I'll tell you who's going to work. Yeah.
Okay. Let me just read through the most squad quickly. Most squad. Somebody joked that most is always easy to know who is going to start, even next year. So we have Collins Goko starting at number 1 as usual, and then Hooker will have Eli Makotsi starting, Daniel Mukambi starting at tight head, and then locks we have Arnold Loluch and Alvin Maulo. Henry Njite will be starting on the left flank, and then we have Saidi Osieko starting on at number 7. Number 8 we have Joshua Sudi, and then number 9 we have Veron Kaburu, Flavian Otio at number 10. On the wing we have Musa Mugandi, and then we have center Moses Bulemi partnering with Clarence Hope, and then at number 14 we have Clarence we have Bevan Okoth, and then John Baraka is starting at number 15. So on the subs we have Ishmael Karanja, this time around moving to the bench, Victor Shikulu, and then Nelio Mkuba, Fidel Munyasia, Richard Ocheng, Philip Otsula, and then Desmond Kirwa and Donald Litali.
Okay, for most, the player I said, Goko, we have Veron, we have Sudi, then we have the two, Bevon and Clarence. Then they are number 15, Baraka. Then on their bench they have Nelly Omkuba. The experience is there. He has played championship. So the experience is there. The playing time he has it. Then we have on their bench we have Don Ditali. Oh my God, there's a hard runner. He's a hard runner.
Yeah, I saw him against Menengai Oilers for the ESS side, and he scored almost 13 points.
Yeah, so he's coming in. I think the coach of MMUST has preserved him after Bevon has done his thing. Now we bring in Don to do the goal, and he's a good kicker too. Yeah, he's a good kicker. So Don is dynamic. I think that's why the coach of MMUST amemweka bench, a start off bench kwanza, angalia play venye iko.
Like anaweza fit in multiple positions.
Anywhere, the full back line. The full back line.
Okay, so talking of that, Kasiti has already mentioned some of the players that he thinks are going maybe to bring their egg game in this, and maybe will be the people deciding this match or giving their biggest contribution. So you can also get your thoughts on the comment section. Who do you think is going to win this match? First half coming up, who do you think is going to lead the first half? Which players are you looking forward to in this encounter? Let us know on the comment section, and maybe will you mind to give us predictions?
Kolo. Okay.
Maybe for the first half, who do you think is going to lead as we head to because we'll be here during the halftime break again. So who do you think is going to lead in that first half?
Daystar.
Yeah. Okay. Now you can go and join the fans. Kasiti there on the screen saying he believes Daystar will take a lead to the break. Maybe we will be there to watch, and the big 40 minutes coming up. The squads are ready. If you can see the background, they've been warming up. Now they are changing quickly to come to the pitch. So those are the squads for both sides. And looking at Daystar, we have had that international experience. We have talked about maybe the experienced names in their squad, but most have not respected those names, or they have not respected names in the previous encounters that have been here. We saw them beat Impala here. We saw them beat Kisumu last weekend here, despite Kisumu maybe having a number of players that have won, have played Kenya Cup, have won Kenya Cup. Talk of Dan Angwech last weekend, but they managed to beat them here. So they know the home advantage is going to count if they have to survive, and that is what we are expecting from Masinde Muliro. So this is a very big encounter. Just to take you back, this is the first Kenya Cup encounter between these two sides. They have not met before in the top tier, because Daystar are playing Kenya Cup for the first time this season, having been promoted, and this will be, I think, their 7th match of the season in top tier. For Masinde Muliro, they are heading to their 38th match in Kenya Cup. So they have had a number of matches in this Kenya Cup. In this Kenya Cup, they have had that experience. And talking to John Asila last weekend, he said they are just taking a match at a time, because at the end of the season, they're not worried much about what will happen at the end of the season. All they want is to win their matches and build on that as they move. So we'll be waiting to see what they will be offering, and the cameraman can show us most as they move to the maybe the pitch. We also have Daystar there at the circle, so we have plenty of 40 minutes coming up here, and we expect that the weather will hold. As you look, it is a perfect weather because it's cool right now, so we're going to have a perfect weather for rugby. I don't know maybe why today the turnout is not that big as compared to the previous weekend. But this is the only Kenya Cup fixture, and we don't have any other Kenya Cup match in Kakamega because, or any other match in Kakamega, because the Enterprise Cup has been postponed. But now, this is what we have. Obvious fans maybe still streaming in as time moves. So tune in. Remember to subscribe, like. We will be coming up with this first half commentary in the short period time. Ina charge? Unaenda strike unakuja. Bana nakwambia hizo tuko ndani ya playoffs. Unaniambia nini mzee? Ndio. Chapo mzee na hiyo bola hapo. Unaniambia nini? Hii season tuko ndani ya playoffs. Ndani. Sasa vijana angalia. Bora amekusha na uko. Bora. Tutajaribu kuandika. Hii game tunashinda pia. Unasikia chenye nasema, but only kimo. Ana hapa hivi leo. Na unijenge hii reflector mzee. Kainde. Leo fans. Ile si lazima ni walingia ile tayari na nisinga huko. Bana leo masa ingie job hapa. Hapa. Na idea yako utaona. Bora wapate moko. Okule hao. Haiko on. Watch. Amesema watch. Sema aje. Last time experience yako hapa ilikuwa mbaya, lakini alipigwa hadi akamuka kurudi. Ameanza. Good evening and welcome to today's commentary. My name is Colin Samanga. This is the rescheduled Kenya Cup match pitting Daystar and Masinde Muliro. You can call it a varsity derby. The only match that we have on cards in Kakamega. You can catch it live on Scrummage Africa. Remember to give us your thoughts. Who you think is going to win this encounter? Has most hurdle there. Has most hurdle there. We are going to have big 40 minutes here. Give us your thoughts. Who you think is going to win? Obviously, I gave you the lineups, but I can run you through quickly for Masinde Muliro. They have their co-captain Collins Goko starting at number 1. And then we have Eli Mkotsi coming in at hooker, Daniel Mukambi at tight head, Arnold Oluoch, Alvin Maulo, Henry Njite, Saidio Sieko, Joshua Sudi completes the starting 8 at number 8. And then we have Veron Kabur, co-captain at number 9, Flavian Otio at number 10, Musa Mugandi at number 11, Moses Bulemi at number 12, Clarence Hope at number 13. And then we have Bivon Okoth at number 14, and John Baraka at number 15. That is the starting squad. The bench, you have Ishmael Karanja, Victor Shikuku, Nelio Mkuba, Fidel Munyasia, Richard Ocheng, Philip Otsula, Desmond Kirwa, and Donald Litali. For Daystar, they have also named their match as Amukwachi claims that ball. Just to give you the starting squad for Daystar. As they start an early attack, Gelud Ngasi starting at number 1. We have Ezekiel Oweno, Kelly Benedict, Randy Otuoma, Teddy Okwaro, Nathan Sindoli, Clinton Amukwachi, Emmanuel Maraha, Vincent Omuroka, and then we have Eddie Wambugu at number 10, coming in at number 10 for their fly who was suspended last weekend. And then we have Agustino Wino at number 12, Elvis Sunday at number 13, Chris Obuya at number 14, Paul Murwa at number 15. That is the starting squad for the Daystar Falcons squad. Veron Kabur with the ball in hand has most to get the scrum. This time round they are taking it to the left. Obvious, as Cassidy said, he expects a tight forward play by Daystar, and they managed to claim a scrum following that strong shove. Just to remind you to keep subscribing, liking and sharing. And this match comes to you courtesy of Zabab Studios. They have been behind our movement, and all the matches that you see us bringing live, they are always there to sponsor us. Beautiful move, but Arnold Ogonda is unable to hold on to possession. A knock on, and we have the third scrum with less than 5 minutes played. This is a rescheduled K-Cup fixture. It was to be played on match day 3, but it was postponed following graduations and other commitments that these two varsity sides had. A penalty. It is becoming a tougher encounter for most, especially on the scrums. As Wambugu goes to take the 3 points, early penalty. He knows the importance of building the scoreboard. As the coaches back instructions, John Asila encouraging his charges to try and hold those scrums. Give us your thoughts on who you think is going to win this encounter. Leave a comment on the comment section as Wambugu goes for that penalty. He's a former Kenya under-20 player. Wambugu has been crucial for these sides in the past tournaments. He misses that kick, and we are still even here at most grounds. Flavor Noti with the ball in hand for that 22-meter dropout. Remember that this match was rescheduled as Omukwachi goes into contact. Umruka Vincent with the ball in hand, pass to find Wambugu. Not Wambugu, but it's the fullback Murwa who is held high, and once most hold you high, it means you are going to lose that possession. And that is what has happened. Most turnover. There is a confusion in play there, but most keep possession. Flavor Notio plays in Mulemi. They run the ball wide to find Bevon Okoth, one of the scorers last weekend. He goes into contact, and they knock on, losing possession. Still 0-0 here. No one has been able to find the back of the line. Oh, no one has been able to get those 3 points. Wambugu coming close, but he missed that kick. Remember to give us your thoughts on who you think is going to win this match. Leave a message at the comment section, and we'll be reading some of the comments. Wambugu with the ball, a long pass to find Ogonda, and Ologonda cuts inside as they just sniff that line. Amukwachi with the ball in hand, gains several meters for them. Omruka with plays in Wambugu. Wambugu goes with a kick behind the defense, and the ball will be bouncing out of play, meaning we'll be having going back to that spot where he kicked, the ball having gone out of play. If you're enjoying this, remember to leave a comment. Just to give you maybe the stats. This is the 4th meeting between these two sides. But the first ever meeting in Kenya Cup has most managed to hold on that. A good kick by most flyer Flavor Notio, and they have a line out just near the commentary booth. Just to remind you to keep on subscribing, liking, and sharing. And there are plenty of matches to watch on this channel if you are visiting for the first time from last season, from the start of the season. They steal that ball. Masinde Muliro playing in Sudi. Sudi with a big carry. Plays in Flavian Otio, and the ball is moved to the left side. The fullback there being manhandled. Flavian Otiyo with the ball, plays in his lock, Maulo. Has Collins Goko, the captain, plays in. Hope with the ball in hand. Musa Mugandi plays in his flanker. Masinde Muliro now this time round, they are held high. And now Daystar managed to get a turnover. Ngasi it is, as Kasiti promised, looks like it's going to be a crack of a match as Wambugu tries that up and under. Bounces out of play. And Masinde Muliro will have that scrum after this few minutes of play. Maybe Kasiti, what are your thoughts up to this point?
I just think my thought is most they should just hold. Just hold. Daystar, they're just punishing and putting a lot of pressure on most. So for them to just one guy to shut down and it's done. Yeah, that's whatever. Most should just hold and make sure they're playing at the right places. Their kicks will be accurate. Their attack should be accurate. They'll have this match. They have this match.
Okay. At this point, we're still 0-0 with almost 10 minutes gone. As they play in Bevan Okoth, quickly taken by Flavian Otiyo. Flavian Otiyo, more numbers on the outside. Flavian Otiyo has an indecision. Collins Goko into contact. Goes down. Ball taken by Veron Kaburu. Quick hands by Masinde Muliro, but the ball is tapped and fans are demanding for that yellow card. But the referee is cool on that. The referee is cool on that, not dishing any card. Flavian Otiyo, most top point scorer this season, opts to go for 3 points. He has scored over 36 points this season. Last weekend, he didn't have a good run off the boot. Today he'll be hoping to change that as he goes for those 3 points. His kick is out, so we have 2 misses here from Wambugu and from Flavian Otiyo. You can also let us know where you're watching this from. Okay, some of the comments on the comment section. Escanor says most wins. Karis Njiru believes Daystar is going to win this. Keep the comments coming. I'll be reading some of them as we move in this encounter. Bevan Okoth with the ball, tackled by Omuruka. Flavian Otiyo looking for spaces beyond the defense, but well claimed by Murwa. Now it is Daystar attack. Turnover for Masinde Muliro. Veron Kaburu with the ball in hand, plays in his lock, who goes into contact with that good play. And the referee penalizes most for not releasing the ball. A line out for Daystar, claimed by Omukwachi. Most players sent down by the Daystar lock, donning jersey number 5, as they run the ball to the Agustino Wino, one of the key names in this squad also. Today, they have managed to contain him at this point, but we will say it is still too early to tell. Ngasi with the ball as they decide to kick behind the defense. The ball bounces back to play, and it would have been a costly one. That bounce of the ball is always tricky, and it costs most as they concede a scrum at a point where they are doing well in terms of scrums. Daystar, just to give you the head-to-head before that scrum on your screens there, these two sides when they met in the championship, Masinde Muliro has been the strong one, winning the first encounter 33-12, and later on won 18-3 here in a match that was met by heavy rains, and later on went on to win 29-20. Daystar are in for the opening try, and it will be Agustino Wino who will be going over for that opening try. Agustino Wino. A beautiful play from the scrum. And now the visitors, Daystar, find an early lead here. Not really early, but they find the lead thanks to that try from Augustine. They made the numbers count, ensuring that most soaked off that scrum. But Wambugu misses the second kick. Seems he did not carry his kicking boots today.
Tena anakuja sana anataka hakuna mtu anapata nafasi kuingia mapema extra zake hapo kwa mwizo kick. Sasa anakuja anaingia kwa kick za kwanza ndio za wao. Ni mbaya. Yena anakuanga anaua. Aliwahi run kwa nikasikia tu shock kwa mkono hivi. Si hata kuna mwili bizi. Ameingia kwa hapo down. Ice, elbow tuna ice. One two. Ice.
MMUST chasing now to get the response. Trailing Sudi with the ball. They know they have to find a perfect response to this. Clarence Hope, who bagged a brace last weekend, goes into contact. Bevon Okoth goes down. Rack secured by, not yet secured. They, however, milk a penalty there. Which decision do they go with? Fans slowly turning up. And they decide to go for 3 points. Both teams know how important it will be to win this encounter. They come to this, all of them off the relegation zone, and they know winning this will be special for them because it will move them meters away from the relegation zone. Already must have 2 games in hand, but are almost a point above the zone. They have already won 2 matches at home this season. Same to Daystar. Daystar yet to pick the away win. And he puts back, that is Flavian Otio, their top point scorer this season, with a long range kick. Now, it is a 2-point game, 2-point gap, separating these 2 sides. This being a varsity derby, the only match in the small town of Kakamega. The only match in the small town of Kakamega with interesting encounter here. Now 2 points separating the 2 sides as the players exchange there. MMUST have more numbers on the outside. They play in Bevon Okoth, who cuts inside, gains several meters for the students. That is Sudi with the ball in hand. Still, he opts to go for a kick. That is their captain, Veron Kaburu. They are arrested in their own zone. This encounter is experiencing some big moments from the players as MMUST lose possession. And now this a chance to clear their lines, and Wambugu does it perfectly with a kick above the defense. I think he didn't read it well. That is Agustino Wino. He didn't read it that well. Maybe if he read that well, they will be having possession still. These 2 sides last met in the KRU Championship final at Kakamega Showground. That was last year in around April, and it was Daystar who emerged top. He emerged top. Masinde Muliro managed to secure that one, but they consider penalty, and the fans are not amused by that. They believe the fullback had more numbers on the outside. That is the fullback, Joe Baraka. Wambugu with the kick, and we'll have that line out just before or on that halfway meter line. If you're just joining us, this is the Kenya Cup encounter pitting the students from Machakos and from Kakamega, being a varsity derby, a repeat of the KRU Championship final, which Daystar won 29-10 at Kakamega Showground as the curtain raise of the Kenya Cup last season. These two sides finally being promoted to Kenya Cup, MMUST for the second time. I told you this is their 38th Kenya Cup match since promotion, while for Daystar they only playing their 7th match of the season. Penalty for the students from Kakamega, and they are happy with that. Veron Kaburu pointing at the posts. They know that they need to lead in this match at home. And in rugby, any point matters, especially in the 15th game. Continue giving us your thoughts on who you think is going to win this match. And I'll be reading some of the comments. Flaviano Tio nails that kick, and they lead for the first time in this encounter at home. The students from Kakamega, they call themselves Makaka, meaning brotherhood. They now lead 6-5 in this encounter. Now Masinde Muliro lead in their backyard, a place where they have won 2 in a row, I mean. Penalty for Masinde Muliro. Being that minute where the scoreboard has changed now hands, and it is MMUST with a slim lead. You said they just needed to hold on a little.
The same thing I'm still saying. MMUST should just hold on. Hold on. Hold on. They'll get the win.
Okay, that is Kasiti's thoughts. You can also give us your comments on what you think about this encounter that now has MMUST leading. A line out claimed by Daystar. Referee allows play to go on. He finds his match. Veron Kaburu with the ball in hand. The scrum half Omoruka really working hard. And the referee goes back to the spot of the previous infringement. In the Enterprise Cup, Nondis are leading 8 points to 0 against the students Strathmore with 32 minutes played. Here MMUST lead by a point. Veron Kaburu with that scrum pick plays in Musa Mugandi. Musa Mugandi goes down after holding on that. Referee allows play to go on. Omruka with the ball plays in the hooker as this encounter continues to heat up. Daystar trailing by a point. They know any point will see them go ahead because all they can get right now is 3, 5 or 7. Omruka releases the ball to Wambugu. Wambugu obvious chooses to go for a kick behind the defense claimed by the captain, co-captain Veron Kaburu, but we have a penalty and I think they'll be looking at the posts, though Amkwachi is calling for the corner. They go to the corner. That is Eddie Wambugu, former Kenya under 20. Former Kenya under 20. A fly up there, Eddie Wambugu. Line out for Daystar. They choose to go for a maul. Must have a task to defend that maul, but bodies falling. Daystar reclaim the lead, going down. For that try, is there a hooker? Their hooker was Ezekiel Oweno, restoring their lead with a conversion to come. Eddie Wambugu with another miss. 3 kicks missed. Ezekiel Owino scoring their second try of this encounter. It was Agustin Owino who scored the opening try. So Ezekiel Omeno, I'm being corrected that it's Omeno, not Oweno, as Flavian Otio raises that kick, goes to find Amukwachi. Amukwachi slips past his markers and he has gained several meters for the student. Amukwachi proving difficult to stop, gaining several meters into MMUST 22 MMUST zone. Still more numbers as the referee calls for that high tackle. Wambugu being played in. Selsadami plays in his fullback Murua, and they'll be going at the corner for another try. 2 tries for Daystar. 2 quick fire tries by Daystar, and MMUST cannot believe what has happened to them as that try counts. I think the coaches won't be happy with how that try has been scored. Just after the restart, they concede. And Wambugu will be attempting to have that kick. The try at the corner came from, I think it's Chris Obuya. Wambugu misses that kick. Chris Obuya stretching their lead. Now it is the scoreboard reading 15-6.
Sasa mtu unangojea mtu chako sana. Ball wa rip kwa. Jaribu kurip gani hii hapa hivi. Hiyo ball mtu ameweza. Haya alishaenda haya. Yeye anaangalia mtu wako. Pale ange contest yake. Ndio jamaa alisharuka na contest ya slow pass. Offer line. Kick. Arudisha hiyo mikono ya Pandisha.
Selsadami is the fullback. Job Baraka plays in Musa Mugandi, who kicks behind the defense to find Paul Murwa. Paul Murwa plays in Eddie Wambugu. Eddie Wambugu with a kick to find the spaces behind the defense, but it's made by Flavian Otio. Flavian Otio now plays in Bevan Okoth, who is tackled. Most claim a penalty there. And what response do they have? It's a quick tap from Veron Kaburu, who knows that the game is running away from them and they have to get a perfect response. Obvious, Daystar trying to destabilize their mauls. Flavian Otio changes direction. A man is sent flying by Muslock, who gains meters of loss to find Clarence Moses Mulemi. Veron Kaburu with the ball in hand, plays in Flavian Otio on the upside. And most are almost there. He scores, Flavian Otio, to bring back most in this game. We have a game here. We have a match here. Daystar scored 2 tries. Most have responded. Flavian Otio with the T, ready to try and add 2 points. We have a cracker of a match here. Both teams know the magnitude of this match. They know the importance of this match. They know that it is among the matches that might decide their fate at the end of the season. Flavian Otio cuts a fig of concentration. He slices the ball on the sideways, but the ball does not go through. Remember to leave us a like. Remember to comment. Remember to invite friends to also watch this encounter. And remember to also subscribe to Scrummage Africa. More matches to watch, other matches available to watch on this channel after this, be it previous matches. If you are in need of a documentary, you can watch the most documentary when they are promoted to Kenya Cup. You can also watch that documentary of Cabras Sugar pinned on this channel. So plenty. Agustino Wino. He a decision that everybody has his own way of thinking. Agustino Wino was the man going for that ball. If you can eavesdrop, you can hear the fans. Every fan has opinion on what happened, and that is the beauty of being a fan. 4 points separating these two sides. Maybe Wambugu won't be happy with the kicks he has missed. The beauty of being a fan is you always know, you can always give your opinion, even if it does not matter. But for the referee, he has to make a very crucial decision on this. And after consultations, Agustino Wino is being called there. The score of the opening try. He's also the captain of this side. And after consultations, there is nothing, no card being unleashed. Some of the comments. Maybe Joshua Moding says Kisiagi Kubwa Makaka. We have Ola Graphics, Branding and Marketing says Daystar will win this. Antique Angel says Daystar will win this. And he says they just have to utilize their chances they are getting. Joshua Moding believes most will win with a bonus point. We also have Orlando Javan who believes most will win. Zeru believes Job will have done better for that try that they missed. And then we have Dennis Omari, who is asking about the Cabras game. Cabras got a walkover. Their coaches and players are here enjoying this encounter as the fans continue to turn out in numbers. Proper rugby match here. Veron Kaburu rises from the maul. Moses plays in Flavian Otio, a short ball to the fullback, Job Baraka. Well covered, Veron Kaburu plays in Bevan Okoth, who changes his direction. The referee says there was no obstruction. That is Joshua Sudi with the ball. Veron Kaburu releases his prop, who plays in Flavian Otio. Clarence Hope plays in. The man on the open side and is banded out of play. It's getting hot here at Masinde Muliro grounds despite the weather being cool. Quick play, quick restart. Eddie Wambugu plays in Arnold Ogonda, who has been silent in this match. Ogonda tries to cut in. Ogonda was one of the players who we talked about at full time, hoping that he will be bringing his A game, but must have been able to contain him well. Still, it is the students from Machakos County leading here as Wambugu kicks behind the defense made by Job Baraka. Job Baraka opts to respond with a kick behind the defense taken by Vincent Omoroka. Job, he plays in. Now Paul Muro with the ball. Agustino Wino tries to cut in, referee playing advantage. As we get that hooter to mean that anytime from now we'll be having that halftime break. But they still have the ball. They will wish to score before that break. As we move to that halftime, we edge closer to those final minutes of this first half. Already the ball is there. Well stolen by Clarence Hope, but the referee penalizes. MMUST. Oh my. Clarence Hope, who scored last weekend, had a perfect intercept for these guys. But the referee was playing advantage. And now we have to go back to that spot. The referee was playing advantage, and that's why that intercept from Clarence Hope did not matter. Daystar survived that one. What a match.
Ball kai ilikuwa pale na ball limechukuliwa. Wako nyuma ya gain line.
Now, Daystar scored from a maul. They hope to do that again. Most hoping to hold on the hope. They will love the gap to remain maybe 4 points. They try to play, and they will need to be disciplined here. They will need to be disciplined here because an advantage in 22 never ends. Omeno, the score of that try, goes into contact. Now Daystar know they have to come back closer to those posts because it will be very crucial. Plays in Sunday on the outside. Agustino Wino. Not yet. Still holding on to hope is most. Still hoping to score is Daystar. Referee playing advantage. Referee playing advantage, and it means Daystar will have to score or get back the ball again. Referee still playing advantage. It's getting hot here. They play to the outside. Agonda with the ball in hand beats his first man. He's driven outside of play, but will be going back to that advantage. Any disruption of play, must steal it, and we go back. We go back to that spot. We go back to that spot. Continue sending the comments. We'll be reading them in a short span. We'll be having a scrum again. Remember to subscribe, like, and share, and give us your comments. If you're just joining us, this is the Scrummage Africa, the Kenya Cup rescheduled fixture, Enterprise Cup. We only have 2 matches. That is Nondi's taking on Strathmore. And most managed to get a turnover. Veron Kaburu kicks, boots it behind the defense, taken by Murwa. Murwa with the ball. Any stoppage will mean that we'll be going for that break, but most survived that onslaught by Daystar. Now, Daystar have to work their way back. They know they have to remain disciplined. Most also know they have to be disciplined. And the ball is kicked out of play. Halftime break here at most grounds. As Kasiti said, he said it will be Daystar leading at halftime. He said he said Daystar will be leading at halftime, and that is the case here.
Number 10 wa Daystar anataka mvunje. Number 10 wa Daystar.
That is the case here at most grounds. Alan City, you said we'll head to halftime with Daystar leading, and that is the case. But during the behind the scenes, you said most just have to hold on, and they got this match.
Yeah. As it coming to the second half, and the first half, as I said, Moose will hold on. Because Daystar, I think they arrived yesterday, so there's a fatigue. There's a fatigue from them. Then mostly whatever Moose will do, play at the right places, and then don't let the ball go down. Let them play wide, they'll have the win. Then for Daystar, they're doing the right thing. Let their forwards work for them. As their number 9 has the quick balls, then out. Yeah.
Seems something that I noticed, maybe you can move just a meter here. Something that I noticed is the scrums. I think Daystar started strongly, shoving a number of them, in fact getting a penalty from the first one. But that has been the case. Most have not been dominant in scrums this season. So do you think these guys can have or can make that advantage or dominance in scrums work for them?
Okay, most is coming in the second half, where they're going to make the scrums so scrappy, so strong for them, because they have the advantage of their field. They know their field. Then for Daystar, they need to hold on. They need to hold on. Their gases in. Let them hold, and then play out. Because from the last quarter, I've seen Daystar, so their fatigue coming in. You see Amukachi going down, watching players play as his teammates play. So hard runs from Moose, making Daystar get tired. Yeah. The only thing I need Moose to do, make Daystar get tired.
Okay, something that I noticed, especially the span between two tries, the first try and the second try, you will notice that after Augustine from the scrum, obviously they ran the ball to the left and Augustine was unmarked, scored that easy try. Then from the restart, Amukwachi takes it again, they score an easy try. Maybe most coach will be disappointed to concede those two tries in quick succession.
It was in a span of 2 minutes. 2 minutes, you have been scored, you come back for a kickoff, you get scored again. I think there's a lapse on the both teams. There's a lapse in the last quarter where Daystar let in an easy try from Moose, then Moose let in an easy try for Daystar again. There's a lapse in the last quarter. The last 10 or 20 minutes, there's a lapse of the two teams.
Okay.
Fatigue coming in, and then one teammate losing.
No internet. Ulizim.
Iko hapa bado sini Dexco.
Nambani anasema no internet.
Hebu angalia tena. Lazima simu hata nikiacha hapo.
Nakwambia kuna kitu haiko, zinasema no internet.
Sasa.
Kwani umefanya nini? Ndio maana sitakangi utoke. Kuna shida.
Record.
Kuna shida ni nini? Jua ipik nini? Sasa sijui ilikatikia wapi. Hebu ni.
Oh. Hebu angalia.
Umezima hii data ukienda.
Sikuzima hata sikuguza hata simu nikitoka.
Angalia ilikatikia wapi. Nani?
Nimekuwa connected. Eti kurecord. Alisema ata upload. Simekuwa connected sasa.
Lakini katikia wapi? Nataka
kusema full
bado
Wazi. Konagonga. Kwenda viral. Sawa viral. Wewe.
Ananga mask. Simuze ref kazi yake. Umejaa hapo live.
Asi ndio wame nini? Sio hapa, unakaa hapa usisonge hata sekunde moja. Nimerudi.
Ulipotelea.
Let us do what this guy did to the phone.
Mimi
Nimerudi.
Hey. Kiti akuje achemshe. Kiti akuje achemshe kiti baridi. Yellow card. Nani? Nafaa apewe. Nani anapewa gani? Wewe namba 2. Abana mikono miwili. Mani unge ni hao ibaje. Refu uongo hii. Simu si. Kidogo. Uone inaondoka. Iko inafanya.
Inaenda kibaka.
Mkono jaenda hapo. Huyu jamaa mkono wake umeumia. Hawezi amka huko. Huwezi hata amka hapo. Huko kwa kisagi na kwanga mbaya. Ameamka. Huo ndio hiyo. Ana yuko kwa game, ana yuko kwa maana atoka. Hayuko kwa game. Jezi 13 yuko kwa game. Bora mruda. Musta wa contest hadi sema. Nashangaa Musta. Wewe huu namba 13. Hiyo boli ikikuja huku itatoka itanini. Haitoki nje. Haitoki nje. Amerudisha. Beta tu pasa hapa kupandisha.
Hiyo. Gonga mtu.
Enda. Support. Hai. Alikuwa anarudi. Verona na delay na ball. Verona na delay na ball. Unaona hiyo? Amepiga bahati. Sasa amepiga guesswork. Hiyo ni guesswork. Hakuna Mungu. Hiyo ni guesswork. Live. 11:15. Daystar Falcons. Unacheza lakini. Unaona hii game. Tumefunga. Ni mbaya. Bruno. Ni mbaya. Fantastic Capitan. El Capitan. Ya safe. Tuko ndani. Wewe ni nini? Watu ndio wamejaa hapa. Kila siku ndio watu walikuwa wengi kuliko. Lakini niko. Kwa kwa simu yangu sema. Hii mtoto anacheza bwana. Yaani siku ya sisi walicheza kwa anacheza kaa. Sisi ndio tunajua na wao kama safari kwa imekuwa tu vizuri. Mimi sijui what happened. Ball hiyo bao ni kwenye mami na ndio utaacha Kasimira aende bado. Kasimira aende. Ni magoti yake unaonanga saa zingine nikai nakataa. Amefunga headball. Msito offside. Shesko ni kwa nini? Leo mosi taua watu. Boli kwa watu. Kare paoni boli. Na bora umeshika kichwa hivi. Simu Back no call. He went back. Wewe anko, ni nini? Anko ni nini? Hapa wabuzu. Ambia tu watu washikilie game. Ambia tu watu washikilie game. Sisi hatuchezi. Tuko nje. Mimi kwa nifea hapa hivi. Unakuja nimeshinda sana. Ndio hiyo try baba. Ndio hiyo try. Ingi. Contact. Wewe ulisikia wapi center na pass? Najua ni center forward.
Unajua mbona irudi?
Kwani sa level 2 referee kwa nini? Penalty. Si advantage not game. Hiyo hoja game. Popa anapiganga watu. Popa kiran tu hivi. Advantage bado hivi. Tisha. Vivo ni tisha. Wametana. Zote banao. Wametana. Kitu wanafaa kufanya kuna watu wanafaa washatolewa hiyo grao, washachoka kabisa na bado wanacheza. Kucheza hata haja notice. Kuna wase wana ghost work hapo ndani. Cheza haja notice. Wamchukua enda. Angalia, hapa ndani. Kuna watu washachoka hapa. Cheza haja notice, washachoka. Kwa nini? Nimefanyika. Mmekaa bado mnaoje? Nini wajinga tu? Nini wajinga? Mmekaa bado mnaoje? Endeleeni kuoje. Nini washenzi? Nawaambia nini washenzi? Nini washenzi? Nini washenzi? Nini wanafanya mapleo wanaumia? Nini mnafanya mapleo wanaumia? Ni mbaya. Ngoja. Tiamo mnasema aje? Try. Should be awarded. Pia screen imejaa. Data imekataa.
Kama kwa wazi mimi.
Ai, kwa wazi haijaisha.
Nakwambia leo ndio hiyo screen.
Watu wanataka kuniuliza streaming imekata. Hello.
Sasa ukishika si ndivyo imekata.
Burundi. Jisanga kujanga. Nimeona. Streaming inasumbua kidogo, tunatengeneza tulia.
Kata. Usishike hizo simu. Unajua ukishika ndio inakata hivi. Mpaka hata kuona hivi.
Ama hii inamaanisha hiyo kitu.
Shida tu ni hapa. Ukiona hapa imejaa, you should check hii part sawa.
Hapo kwa KDPS.
Hapa kwa KDPS.
Ndio inahesabu. Iko green.
Inakuwa kwa green.
Sasa imeanza.
So ikiona imedrop hapo green. Jua imekata.
Imerudi.
Hiyo vile kitu ilikuwa very stable, very
Ishe mbio tuende tuoche Arsenal.
Mani imefunga
sana
wale mchana mpaka
kitu ni ya tatu imeingia. Otire kale unalipa refari wewe. Ni type C.
rafiki zako kupiga umbelo.
Lakini ikienda hivi ile game nyingine tena tutatoka nao kule. Hata ile game nyingine hakuna kitu. Kama hii hatuwezi kula.
Mbona mtaka kukula game badala ya kushinda?
Olo. 15-11. Try moja tu ndio kwa Mus bado watapata try hapo. Lakini unaweza kuona na feel. Wanacheza na ref kidogo. Wanacheza na ref. Kuna game na hapa.
We apologize for the small hitch. Veron Kaburu rises from the back of the rack. A short ball by Clarence Hope, quickly passed to, and the referee holds on. Sudi with the ball. Collins Goko, Selsadami with a long pass to the outside, but Jite is unable to keep the ball, and the referee will be going back to the previous infringement.
Huyu mwenye ameshika hapa kiuno jezi 13 na itoke basi au kama kupigwa sababu wanabosi wako hapo ndani hakuna kitu unafanya kesho haja notice au wazee wanabosi wako hapo ndani basi mimi nitamwambia kwanza amenitanga huko au nani yule alikuwa anamsaidia kwa nini tuache wacha nikwambie moja commentator Chesco
We'll be going back to that infringement.
hapa watu washachoka. Huyu Flanga ningemtoa hata first class. Kuna hapa players hapa bench wa good sana. Wanafaa kuingizwa sasa. Wasukume msee anagospel jezi 6 na jezi 19. Hakuna kitu wanafanya hapo ndani. Wamechoka kwanza. Nimefanyika kesi inafaa scrum. Hizi call hata sielewi sana. Siboni nimekuwa noko. Ball ni nini huko?
Ezekiel Omen.
Kola Ezekiel Omen. Hey. Ukicheza na impana dada alikuwa na watch kama na wazee wanafanya ujinga akamwambia kinakebana kufanya sawa kinakebwa kajamu kinabuka Yesu na wazee wamechoka ndio maana dada alikuwa anataka kumpiga kwa rugby unapata tu umecheza kandarasi na huko hata tukienda kucheza hizo kandarasi pia wanajamii tutaumia huko anamwangalia hata DJ ndio Tuwala! Huyo 19 nilikwambia kuna kitu bora. Watu wakubali.
Numbers are seen being for Wambugu, meaning MMUST now have an advantage at a point where they trail by 4 points. They'll be hoping to make that extra man advantage count with Wambugu outside. A quick tap for MMUST, plays in Collins Goko. Maybe they will have used their numbers properly, but they have decided to tap, playing in Flavian Otio, who plays Musa Mugandi. Musa Mugandi already had space covered. MMUST still with the ball. Jite with the ball. A kick behind the defense, Bevon. Bevon was unable to field that one, but we go back to the sport because the referee was playing advantage. No, it is a 22 dropout. MMUST missed that opportunity. Claimed by Bevon, but he knocks it on, and MMUST won't be happy with how these two. Two minutes, how these few minutes after that yellow card have gone. A line out for Daystar. They will want to keep possession, having lost one man. They knock it on. They knock it on, and now scrum for MMUST. Most obvious needing a try here. Remember to keep on subscribing, liking and sharing and commenting. Also let us know where you are watching this from, and I'll be reading some of the comments. I'll be reading some of the comments as the weather continues to change here in Kakamega. Some of the comments. And Ghetto Khalid says, come on MMUST, we have to win these kind of games. Ashiono Sylvia says, let's go Falcons. Ola Graphic says Daystar all the way. MMUST get another penalty. Pressure still mounting here. They choose to go for 3 points. Maybe cut this gap to 1 to a point. That is Flavian Otio there, going for that kick. Flavian Otio He has had several points. He nails those 3 points. And we have a 1 point difference. We have a 1 point difference here as the coaches from both sides pick players to throw in. Njite steps out. Nelson Omukuba is in. Daystar. Daystar will also have a substitution coming up soon as the ball is claimed by Obuya, the scorer of that first try. Following that kick, Daystar have a chance now to pull back, but they consider penalty. Referee calls them to go back to that mark. Just to remind you to keep on subscribing, liking and sharing. Has Labai is thrown in. Call him Gavan Labai. Gavan Labai jumps in.
Big man.
Wanakupigaje sasa uje kucheza?
As the prop steps out. No, it's Teddy Okwara who steps out. So they still have an extra man, MMUST. Daystar with a strong maul there. Referee playing advantage. Murwa at number 15. Sesadami loses the ball behind, but we go back to that mark. The advantage was not gained, so we go back to that spot. That is the difficult bit of conceding a penalty or an advantage being played in the 22. You rarely escape that one unless the opponent makes the mistake. Keep liking, keep subscribing and commenting, and let us know who you think is going to win this encounter as we go for that line out. Just to let you know that courtesy of Daystar with a big push, and the referee agrees that that try is stands. They move to 20 points with a kick to come, and remember they are a man down. What a time to score for Daystar. Now, each and every point, it looks like most have a mountain to climb as the weather continues to change here
Big man.
at most grounds.
Omera.
It stays at 15, at 2014 is the scoreline. Wambugu will be coming back to the pitch, meaning this will be back to full complement of 15. Most will be ruining the chances that they have missed. They should have scored. They should have scored at that point. That is Ogonda troubling MMUST. A high tackle there. Spotted by the referee. The scorer of the previous try by Daystar is Nathan Sindoli, also featured for Kenya under 20.
Number 7. Number 7. Unajua tu huku ni kisi yake. Ana win your ball. Not straight drive. Wewe DJ watch number 7 ni wewe tu unapewa tunajua. Shakuzoea. Ni wewe tu tunajua tu ni wewe unapewa. Tunajua.
A maul for Daystar. They are gaining meters into that, and the referee penalizes the Daystar squad despite those meters that they had gained. Changes being made. Flavian Otio moving to fullback, Veron Kaburu moving to fly half, and Flavian Otio now has dropped to fullback as Job Baraka drops out. Well claimed by the students. Moses, Clarence Hope knocks on that one.
Hii kitu wakipata try moja kwa 19 we convert to 21-20.
Kicks mbili imetosha.
Scrum for Daystar.
Kawe ni 10 jibu hapo mbele ya edge shot drop kick 3 points imechukua.
Wewe ndio unaanza kuteremka na yeye, msiache. Wazi.
Most putting them on pressure. Amkwachi, that is Augustino Wino, decide to kick, finds Arnold Ogonda. Referee playing advantage for a high tackle. Sunday releases the ball to find Amkwachi. Amkwachi was driven several meters behind. Back to that previous infringement, and it seems like Daystar will be going to the corner, but there is still drama at the other side. They go to the corner. They have done well in scrums today, and they'll be hoping to go for another one. And most must disrupt this one. Eric, the scorer of the opening try, Ezekiel, He's going to throw that line out.
Wanarusha tu kwa number 7, 7 tu. Hakuna mwingine anapewa. 7.
Omeno throws to find Amukwachi. They go for that maul. As I predicted, they have done well in mauls today, and they are gaining meters. Still with the ball is Daystar. Collins Goko with a rushing defense, but Clinton Omkwachi manages to run away. More numbers on the outside for Daystar. Quickly taken by the scrummer from Omuruka. Call him Vincent Omuruka. And he's being held high by MMUST. And once MMUST do that, most likely it's going to be a turnover. The referee waiting for that 2 minutes to elapse and awards a scrum. Let us know what are your thoughts. Collins Okoth says MMUST should control the tempo and will win this match. They are at home. Graphics Ola says MMUST have 80% of possession but can't score. Kevin Jomo believes Falcons are being beaten. And then Dorcas Murhabazi says that is Daystar for you, that is Falcons for you. Godwill Oyata says Ndege ni moja, Falcons. And then Sylvia wants MMUST to be given Brufen. Those are some of the comments that are coming from the fans. And MMUST now consider scrum at a very dangerous spot. Remember to subscribe, like, share, and comment. As Omuroka goes to feed that scrum, MMUST will need a perfect response here. MMUST had 2 games in hand. Now this one is halfway. They'll be happy with how they have been able to turn around the proceedings despite having a man down and later on scoring while they had a man down. And now they have opened a 6-point gap as Daystar MMUST prepared to make another substitution in the front row. Scrum. Wambugu with the ball, tries to find Obuya, who is under the attention of Daystar. Still hold on the position despite losing several meters. Ball lost, and we will have another scrum following that forward pass. That's what the referee thinks. They'll be making changes. So Peter Ndumia set to jump in as MMUST boot it high outside their own zone. So Peter Ndumia, they kick to find Flavian Otio. The ball bounces. The ball bounces out of play and we go back to the spot. Flavian Otio with a proper beautiful decision making to ensure they go back to that spot. But now the problem is they need a try and a conversion. They need a try and a conversion maybe to come back in this game. We are into the final minutes of this game, final 10.
Shimo ni hapa kwa 11. Huyu 11 ni Shimo hapa. Shimo iko hapa. Wewe support yake.
Most manage to keep that ball. They lose the ball. Referee penalizes. Flavian Otio opts to go for 3 points, but we have some wind repelling coming from the left side. Flavian Otio hoping to nail this one to cut the gap to his kick bounces off the post and it is a knock-on for Masinde Muliro. Daystar have a scrum. A scrum for Daystar. Seems like the final minutes are everything is working towards them or for them. A scrum. Most this time round are able to shove as Daystar rise from that one. Wambugu with the ball. Plays in Sospita. Now Arnold Logonda, who meets with two shoulders waiting for him. Referee goes to the previous infringement, and it means Daystar will be still in control. They'll be happy with the proceedings here as they decide to kick. At the corner. Pressure moments as substitutions continue to be made from both sides. If it stays this way, it will mean that most will be marking their 38th game in Kenya Cup with a loss. Daystar registering their third win in Kenya Cup and it will be their first away win, but they have like 7 or 8 minutes to protect the lead. Dumia with the ball, plays in. Labai, most manager turnover. Flavian Otio plays in. Musa Mugandi, who decided to go through to run into the space, but he knew he was alone on the outside. Nelio Mkuba with the ball, goes into contact, manages to keep the possession. Daystar really pushing. They get that turnover. Referee says play on. That is David Imani with the ball. Plays in Sospita, who plays in the former Kenya 20 man who kicks now. They are racing from their own. Musa Mugandi turns inside. Daystar. MMUST. Unaweza kuangalia kitu kikatika unaniambia jamii. Unapata try imeenda. Watu wapata penalty la jamii. Wameenda line out ama ball inapelekwa wapi? TJ asifanye ujinga zake hapo. Sasa TMO pia imezima. Kata hiyo tuone. Chomoto. Haijarudi. Kama chomoto. Iko sawa. Scrum down kwa 5. Bado. Hapo nikwambie. Hapo ndo unakaa hapo hope. Hapo ni fila tu ball hiyo. Hapo hope angekuwa karibu. Yeye akipewa atatinga. Ule sijui namba 13. Waeke hope akwe hapa. Sana inatoka tu hivi kwa scrum up. Anashika dude. Keep your ball. Keep your ball. Keep your ball. Yake zatumia tu akili hapo hizo. Anarudisha ball kwa traffic jameni. Hakuna mali yake. Wategee tu advantage. Peleka tena. Acha kuingia kwa traffic. Wewe naye alikuwa angeingia. Ngombe mabega imechemka huko ndani. Nilikwambia yeye anatakanga hela. Lazima tu angeingia. Lazima tu angeingia. Wameweza. Hiyo falaki hiyo. Wameweza. Mbona unarudi huko? Wameweza. Last play chomoa straight. Heads. Bado na angalia huyo. Haijarudi, sina angalia hiyo. Angalia tu. Wewe acha mama. Nini tuendelea tu tutakwambia. Sauti ya Yesu. Baba huyu umefanya nini? Kama imeenda off. Kuna kamera. Kamera siko. Ndio kaburi.
Call. Je, audio nayo ina pick. Hebu ongea.
Ana kiki. Na huyu jamaa.
Una waste wenzako. Ameshikwa.
Hapo ni goal na kupiga nova ama. Players wasikii. Walisikia. Wanataka tu moja confirm. Like yani kuset platform. Asimwache bado. Ref. Ball and playable. Na nini wanafanya? Ball and playable ref. Nini wanafanya? Ya mwisho sasa. Ball ilikuwa playable.
Wachukue 3 points.
Wakipiga 3 bona. Hiyo 5. Wakipiga 3 points scrum.
Watashikilia hiyo scrum.
Waingie tu kwa tuchukua pata shida. Scrum inashikiliwa. Watashikilia. Scrum inashikiliwa.
Bas wangepea Vero hiyo ni.
Weka baka kwani ni nini
ni kuplay ball. Sina ni kwa chini.
Uone hiyo moment yako. Haionyeshi kamera, but audio nayo iko. Na watu wameanza kunipigia. Wape Musa ball huko.
Bilo to. Peleka tu.
Si ndio nakwambia.
Peleka tena. Acha kuload.
Sasa peke yake.
Wanaiwa kiingiza hii. Unajua utaona naiongoja hapo chini. Naona advantage ishainuliwa ni hivyo. Ndio inachezwa dakika zingine 3.
Alete ball huku mbio. Musa wewe pia unatubucha sana.
Hapo ilikuwa tight wala.
Yeye ball zote
ilikuwa tight.
Hiyo naye lazima tu amepiga.
Mimi na gonga. Si baada ya game.
Yeye lazima tu
angepiga. Baada advantage. Sasa unaona shida nini? Anataka katikati. Advantage bado iko.
Hiyo inachezwa tu. Tunafaa kupata try moja na tuconvert. Hizi ni vitu za kina nani?
advantage watu walikuwa na complain faster. Ndio hiyo sahihi kwa their favor. Ongei.
Na wanataka kuara sasa hapo.
Wanataka kuara. Sasa sema
wengine wanataka kuara.
Kabaki. Bucho moja tu. Kama toa mic.
Huyo akaniambia imekata.
Atakuwa anajua inakanyaga.
Mimi naenda kulalia kwanza.
Bado. Hii tu hii inaenda kuwa. Na Daystar had a chance to kick out.
Ndio hiyo. Hawako wanasikia.
Wote nao alikuwa anawaambia mpaka msawa bench anashauri
Clarence bora.
Na hadi unajua alikuwa anasema
mimi naambia hiyo kitu mimi bora scrum hapa anaweza toa goal. Wacha hiyo kitu yako. Si hata ukikipa huko ni hizi ni kwa gani?
Polisi ameenda huko. Isi hapo fan pesa sija ameenda huko kwa.
Wanatugo.
Hajarudi. Hilo wasikianga mbona upige panenka?
ndio panenka. Daystar mamo panenka.
Daystar upiga panenka.
Alikuwa anataka kustep wapi?
Tournament ya basi alifanya vipi lakini angepiga boli. Huko na hiyo stick. Anatafuta call up ya kwa national.
Mbugu angekick out hiyo boli.
Amestep wase wangapi? Kwanza ilikuwa
Record hiyo ya Mbugu.
Hai. Na record game yote sikenda photo nimerecord. Yeye ndio blame zote ziko kwa.
Lakini allowance
Allowance tutapost second half. Ni busy moment uliniambia
Tuchomolee kebo nyingine hapa kwa bag.
ine imespoil.
The good thing ni allowance hizi kwa hawezi kata lines ya shule tena. Tunasema tu hizi
50 bar.
120.
Kuambiwa pole.
Ndio hiyo center post.
Au wapi pole? Wakifunga wakiconvert ni wanakuwa mbele.
Wakiconvert wanaenda mbele.
Na point moja. It's a tight contest. Lakini wameingia pale kwa uwanja.
Yobu. Nidude. Hata kubali.
Try.
Alivuta huyo jamaa mguu nje.
Amekubali.
Sasa hapo ndio kika.
Huyo ni Musa Mugandi.
Sasa hapo ni kika.
Utasikia story ati tulizima kamera ndio Daystar
Sasa hapo ni kukaza mkuu Yesu mbaya. Wewe si muhimu yote hiyo bwana. Unakuta la convert.
zima hiyo kitu.
Musa mwenye nilikuwa na mimi. Lakini ile Musa mchezaji na Impala hiyo ni nini mzuri. Sasa naomba
Nje.
2019.
Nisha.
Wewe uko na bahati leo leo na mwapani. Sasa start. Mbaya. Check. Oya, hey. Sisi kama Kabras tunasema kazi safi kwa Daystar. Sisi kama Kabras tumefurahia kazi ya Daystar.
Sinipige interview.
Sawa.